Has anyone ever found themselves getting sleepy while reading a difficult book? And if reading a book makes you sleepy, does that mean that reading before bed helps you sleep better? I'm Masaki Matsuzaki, a psychiatrist. What I began to wonder was, as a psychiatrist, whether I should tell my patients to stop reading before bed, or rather recommend it, or whether reading has nothing to do with sleep at all. Today, I'd like to talk about the relationship between reading and sleep. To start with the conclusion, reading before bed seems to be beneficial. I wasn't able to find any research that examined whether reading difficult books brings about sleepiness. However, there were research reports showing that reading a book in bed before going to sleep was associated with better sleep quality compared to not reading. It is said that a higher percentage of people who read before going to sleep reported better subjective sleep quality. It is also said that reading before bed was associated with fewer sleep problems, such as waking up during the night. Furthermore, the content of the book is related to sleep quality. One study found that people who read stories that evoked positive feelings before sleep reported better subjective sleep quality than those who read neutral content. In addition, especially among older adults, it is said that reading before bed, regardless of whether the content was positive or neutral, was associated with falling asleep more easily. Before going to sleep, stories about fighting or scary stories are probably better avoided. Books that are educational would certainly be fine. And if possible, peaceful and enjoyable stories seem to be especially well recommended for promoting better sleep. And these days, when we talk about reading, more and more people are reading on tablets and smartphones. So then, how about reading on tablets or smartphones? To give you the conclusion first, it appears to have a negative effect on sleep. The light emitted from electronic screens contains a large amount of blue light. This blue light stimulates our brain and increases alertness. In a study in which participants were asked to read in bed before going to sleep, those who read on a tablet compared to those who read a paper book experienced less subjective sleepiness. And when measured by EEG, the slow wave associated with sleep was also reduced. Melatonin secretion, which helps regulate the body clock and promotes nighttime sleep, is suppressed by blue light. In fact, in a study in which participants were asked to read on a tablet in bed before going to sleep, melatonin secretion was suppressed by as much as 55%. The body clock was delayed by 1.5 hours, and they took longer to fall asleep than those who read a paper book. For that reason, I do not recommend reading anything on a smartphone or tablet at night. However, reading a paper book in bed at night with a small light on seems to be beneficial for sleep. I sincerely hope this information helps you build healthier and more consistent sleep habits over time. From now on, I'm thinking I might try recommending reading before bed to my patients. That's all.